always something that interested me, healthcare, but I didn't know what role. I didn't want to be a nurse, didn't want to be a doctor, so as you do, you Google it. And it was just one of the roles that came up, and I looked into it a bit further because I liked science, and I just thought it was the role for me. So I came here on work experience and decided this was what I wanted to do. No day's the same. You get to see people from all walks of life. It varies massively. Some days you can be up in theatre, assisting in operations. Some days you can just be in department, like in the A&E room, GP patients. You can be doing fluoroscopy, sort of assisting with the barium swallows, or doing portable x-rays around in resus, up on ITU, treating the most poorly patients.
I wanted to do a caring profession. I knew that from the start, and I didn't want to go down the traditional routes of going into being a nurse. I'd looked into the role, I didn't think it was for me. And going on from what I studied at college, I didn't study biology, and I much preferred physics, and that's the sort of degree process I preferred. I knew that wasn't completely the direction I wanted to go down, because how could physics and caring come in together? I then looked into different degrees I could do as to what could involve physics, and that's where I came across diagnostic radiography. So working with the radiation, but also working with patients. I knew that staffing wasn't great within the NHS. I don't know why it isn't, and I wanted to improve that a little bit better so that we can be a better department in the future and move into what's called the AHP faculty. And they're something that was started up a little while ago to look at workforce in terms of students, international recruits, and that's where I saw myself going. I wanted to work on that bigger picture.
My intention was to be a vet, but I didn't get the right GCSEs and I didn't get the right A-levels, so I decided I was going to be an equine radiographer, and I applied to uni to do it, got in, did 3 years of radiography training, but loved it so much that I decided to keep horses as my hobby and go into the NHS. So instead of just taking the x-rays, I then went on to report on the x-rays. Doctors now have got more work to do, so they then pass on a little bit of their role to radiographers, and reporting's one of that role. But now I'm just doing an apprenticeship in senior leadership apprenticeship in my masters, which will then put me to go on even further. When I started my training, I loved working in the NHS. I had pride of working in the NHS, and I loved the busyness of it and the caring and how you could change somebody's life. So it was something I wasn't going to do, but it was something that I ended up loving, and I've been in the NHS now 24 years and I still love it to the day that when I started. So I'm pleased that everything happens for a reason.